joining me
having
today.
a tremendous season.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Box. Well, it's the January transfer window. It just ended, and as usual, my sports experts are here, and we'll look at who did good business or who didn't, who did poor business, and who could possibly win the EPL and some of the league championships in Europe. Champions Leagues coming up soon. So, experts, you saw the transfer market. Who did good business, who didn't?
I must say it was very quiet. I think overall it was a quiet transfer window, and I think I know why. It's because of the new fair play rules. So teams are beginning to play their money very, very close. But I think Manchester City got a very potential, very good player, which is Wilfried Bony. Now, I don't know if he'll fit into the style of Manchester City, because I see Bony as the type of forward that Mourinho likes, Chelsea. Big, powerful forwards. And Wilfried Bony, you know, somebody calls him already the new Didier Drogba. But I don't know if he'll fit into the Manchester City play, and if really he has a place there. But I think he's going to be a tremendous asset if Manchester City can find a place for him.
I think he's right that Dzeko and Jovetic are the strikers of Manchester City who doesn't show continuity. So actually the Wilfried Bony maybe will make a good play with Aguero.
Aguero, yeah.
And for Chelsea, it's very interesting that they are the team who always take the top dollar of their ex-players who want to sell. For example, they're going to sell Schürrle in Wolfsburg, and for the money that they will take from German team, they are buying Juan Cuadrado. So Mourinho needs some guy who give them more dribblings, more pace, more speed. I think he will be ideal for Chelsea if they want to stay the first position.
So you think Chelsea did good business? Let me come to you.
Yeah, Chelsea, they did a good business, and as my colleague said, it was quiet, and it's always like the January window. It's always they're quiet. They would say that surprisingly for the English Premier League, that the amount of money spent on players last season matches the amount they spent this season around. But if you look at the big teams, the big clubs, they've been quiet, totally quiet. They pick like just one player
to fix the jigsaw puzzle.
Exactly.
But if you look at Real Madrid, pulled a fast one, two players.
Well, I think I don't know who you're mentioning, but they've got this kid from Norway, Odegaard. Yes. He's an extraordinary player. Now he's young, 17. So sometimes we see all these young players very promising and then flop. But from what I've seen in the videos, he's an extraordinary potential, and Real Madrid really got a steal. They had to offer a job to his father too, but hey,
hey, that's what you do if you want to get somebody.
Exactly.
And they got another midfielder, the Brazilian Lucas.
Yeah, exactly. So Real Madrid is loading itself. I mean, they've got the best team in the world on paper, and they continue to load themselves with.
Some people
players.
worry that these young players sometimes will find it extremely hard to break into the team. Yeah. Looking at the array of stars they have, I mean.
Yeah. That's the problem. They have so many good, world-class, players. It's very difficult to break into the first team.
Yeah. So let's look at the Champions League and the EPL, for example. How do you think these new
EPL
players?
Is Chelsea. Chelsea is going to, I think, take it. Because, look, they have 5 points over Manchester City. And Manchester City, as he said, it's a very irregular team. They can play brilliantly, and then they go and lose games that...
No consistency.
Yeah, no consistency. And I think if this carries on until the end of this season, I think there's a coach ready to depart.
But somebody said that the acquisition of Wilfried Bony could be a plus for them to win the league. Looking at how they played against Chelsea, because they had Chelsea at the back foot when they played at Stamford Bridge.
But look, this is Chelsea. I mean, Mourinho has very disciplined teams. They can play very compact, and look, they've got 5 points. You know, I mean,
And plus, Mourinho should say thank you to the African Cup because Yaya Toure and Wilfried Bony didn't play.
They're missing so
Otherwise,
much.
who knows what will happen. 5 points, it's a huge gap.
But with the players that they have, if you would depend on 2 players who are out, if they get injured, then you are screwed, unfortunately.
Yeah, in the case of Yaya Toure, you know,
Yaya
he's
Toure
the
is not
key.
ordinary
He's the key in the
player.
midfield. He's
I
not
agree.
ordinary. He's
Yeah,
really,
Yaya Toure is-
he's
He's
like
the
the
heart and the
engine,
soul of the team.
you know, yeah, of that midfield.
As far as the Champions League, look, again, if you look at the teams, I think Real Madrid is the favorite to win that one. But again, they're beginning to show a bit of inconsistency, which I found strange because I thought this season they were going to be unstoppable. And all of a sudden, things are not working 100%. So I think there are 3 teams in contention for the Champions League. And of course, everything can go wrong. But it's Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea.
But looking at it,
What about Barcelona?
Well, Barcelona is my team. Barcelona is my favorite team. But yeah, but I don't know. Yeah.
something seemed not to be sparking well for Barca. I can't place my hand on it, but it looks like they are not overly confident like they used to, sweeping teams aside. because some teams are giving
of
them
course not.
a run
they-
for their money
They
this
are,
time.
you know, the usual sentence, a team in transition. but you know, look, I always supported Barca. I'm a great fan of Barcelona football. But, you know, at least in theory, when you compare them with Real Madrid, I don't think they can. They're up there. And then Chelsea, you know, Chelsea in Champions League with Mourinho or a Mourinho team, it's always extremely dangerous. You know, doesn't matter what team Mourinho is coaching in the Champions League.
Well, but my thing is that looking at what is going on right now, do you think Real Madrid could break the unbreakable history of nobody winning the cup, Champions League, and defending it successfully? You think they're capable of doing it this time
I
around?
think so.
I think so. I agree. Yeah.
I don't know. They got their La Decima, you know, the 10, you know. They can still do it, but it's not easy, and no team has done that.
Let's not forget the only individual football player in Europe who benefited from the January transfer, Fernando Torres. He is totally new guy. He's refreshed. He scored against Barcelona. He scored against Real Madrid. Everybody loves him. He come back home in Atletico Madrid. What do you think about that
He
transfer?
scored more goals in 2 weeks in Athletic Madrid than
Exactly.
for
So
6 months.
What was the problem? Was it mental? Was it...
Probably he wants to end up the career in
I think
Atletico.
he wants to be at a place where he's loved. Thank you guys for coming. This is about all time will permit us for today in the Sports Box. Thanks again. Bye for now.